Okay, hello everybody. Today we're going to do a Hacker News clone. We're not going to do a complete clone, but it's going to be somewhat of a clone. We're going to do this using Nhost project, which gives you Postgres with Hasura and therefore also instant GraphQL API, instant GraphQL API. So we're going to see how that works out, how we can handle authentication, how we can handle posting posts, listing posts, also viewing single post and adding comments with this hierarchy of comments. You can see like it's going, like every comment has a parent. And also we're going to try to implement how we can favorite posts as well. So yeah, this is going to be a pretty long video, and I want to take you I want you to see how I try to solve it. Hopefully that brings you some ideas on how you can code similar things. Yeah, so let's go. So the first thing I'm going to do here, we're going to use a lot of code from an example repository, from this repository exactly. So GitHub /nhost, nhost React example. So I'm going to clone this repository, and I'm going to use a lot of code from it. So I'm cloning this. At the same time, I'm creating a new React app, Hacker News clone. And let's jump into this repository and open it. So in the meantime, while this React app is getting started, we're going to head over to the Nhost console and create a new project, Hacker News clone. Yep. And we're going to start with setting up the backend and try to get the user logged in. After that, the user needs to be able to make a post. So that's sort of our first steps. So let's jump into our new backend here and log in. The first thing we always want to do is track all authentication tables here and also track all foreign key relations. Yeah, that's done. So yeah, let's wait while this is finishing up, and then we're gonna try to log in the user. And what's good with Hacker News is they don't spend a lot of time with the design. So if you can see here, login, the login page it does what it needs to do. So there's not a lot of stuff that you need to implement here. So it's a basic login. What's interesting here as well is that you can be both logged in and logged out while still see the posts. So we need to handle that. And I noticed, like, even if you're logged out and you, let's say, like this add comment text box is still there, and then you get redirected to login. So they don't spend a lot of time making it pretty. they just made it work. All right, so let's start the Hacker News clone, brand new React app. And I have two Atom windows open here. One is the Nhost React example app, and the other one is the Hacker News clone. The Hacker News clone is, of course, the project we're going to work most in. And this other Nhost React example app is where I'm going to copy some code from. So let's see if, yeah, it's got a new design. Anyway, let's see, index. Yes. So I'm going to start with, let's see, a theme provider. I'm not going to need that one. It's like material UI design theme. We don't need that, but we're going to need this. So let's see here. And a base router, that's fine. I think we're gonna do a little bit different here. Auth handler. I like this better. And yeah, remove this. Not gonna need that. This is baseline. Oh, it's that's from. We're not gonna need that. Let's just import a style here. Add folder style. Add file. File. Style. Let's see this. Let's see this. That's good. So we just have something to start with. So we're not going to use that one. User provider, it's a very important component or context. So we're going to copy these two files. So context user, add folder, contexts, add folder, user, add file, user provider. So let's copy this and so let's explain this. Basically, we will wrap our whole application in this user provider component. And the reason why we do this is because we want to trigger state changes for our user. So when the user authentication state changes, this will reload or re-render, or trigger a re-render for the whole app so that we can display like a login state. So we can display the user display name, and maybe we want to hide this comment box if you're not logged in, for example. So this will wrap our whole app and trigger a re-render for our whole app, and make sure that it takes care of the authentication state in the app. So we actually wrap our application here. So import user provider from user provider. Maybe we want to have this in capital. Rename user provider. All right. And for this, we're going to need user context. And what do we need? User context. Add file, user context. And copy that one and import. That's fine. Good. Yeah, so next thing we want to do is initialize our application with a with Nhost, and we do this by adding a new folder in the source directory Nhost, add file, we're gonna name it index, and Nhost index. I'm gonna copy everything here. So this will import the Nhost.js SDK for handling authentication and storage. We're not gonna use storage, so we can delete that one. This one, and here we pretty much initialize our app with the configuration, and it needs a backend endpoint, so we need to add a new file and make config. And this is where our endpoints are stated in. This is, of course, an important file, and since we're not using localhost, we're going to use a secure connection here. So we want to copy this from our Nhost console. So this is going to be our. So if you see here, it's this GraphQL endpoint. So for WebSockets, it's WSS in the beginning. For HTTP requests, it's of course HTTPS. And backend endpoint is where our request for authentication and storage are going to take place, and that's a different endpoint, so it's backend instead of Hasura. There we go. So these two are pretty much the same. The only thing that's differ is this WSS or HTTPS, and this is the backend endpoint. So that's configured. I'm gonna save it. Can close it. It gets imported here, so we can initialize our Nhost app, so it knows where we're gonna send the request for user registration and login and stuff like that. So that's going to be inside here instead. User content, okay. User, right, that's better. Let's see, we're not going to need this stuff. We're only going to need, yeah, just gonna, yeah, that's good. Auth handler. So add folder components, add auth handler. So our authentication handler is going to be responsible for initialize a new Apollo provider, and so this authentication handler is only going to render when there's an authentication state change. So in the beginning, when we're logged out, when the user is logged out, we're going to have Apollo provider with no authentication, but once we reload or log in and the authentication state will change, the authentication handler will re-render and connect with a new Apollo provider with a login state. So let's do that. I'm gonna need, how do you do render children component track? This props children, right? So let's see. I think we have this in private route. Yeah. And Apollo provider is not installed even in the project, so, but let's just copy this. So on a re-render, we generate a new Apollo client provider, and that Apollo client provider is Apollo index, Apollo client. Apollo client. So copy everything here. I think we're gonna do some changes to this file. Let's place it in Apollo client. Copy it here. The configuration gets imported correctly. Nice. And let's see. So if this is the important part for the WebSocket. So the WebSocket is gonna connect without authorization header if there's no JWT token available, which means the user is not logged in. So we're gonna do like if not UT token. Just let's do the simplest thing here. Return headers. Maybe we can just return an empty. Let's see. Else or just yeah, exactly. So you might want to send in some, well, we're not going to use it, but if there's some header parameters sent in here, we'll place them in the headers. Here, let's see, I think this is good. And this will, for this HTTP request, it's going to sort out itself, I think, because this will trigger every time we send a request. I think this is good. All right, let's close this one for now and import the generate Apollo client. Apollo. Is it a default export? No, it's not. Why is it not? Export const export. I'm not exporting anything else here. Export default. Whatever. From Apollo client. Okay. And what else do we need here? Need the Apollo provider. Okay, it's time for installing all these packages that we're playing around with, and I'm gonna go back to the Nhost console. There's some example code here, which gives you a nice npm install line to just paste and install. Maybe we can fix this error in the meantime. Authentication handler is not imported. So import auth handler from auth handler. And yeah, import that one as well, or install that one as well. Save Nhost SDK. We're gonna install styled components as well. And what else? GraphQL tag. It's already installed. React router. Styled components. React router DOM. React scripts. I'm not gonna use this. I think that's fine. Okay, and user handler will not. We're gonna have our router here, base router. So let's add that add folder routers. I think we're only gonna have one router here, but base router. base router. We're gonna copy from here. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. App router. And the first, you know what? Just yeah, okay. Let's just do this, which is gonna be our. I'm gonna call it home for now. And let's add the home component. Home. And let's hopefully base router is not defined. Import base router from React router DOM cannot resolve. React styled component styled. So let's just let's just reiterate what we are doing here. So this is our index file, the entry point of our app. We have a user provider. Let's look at this. The user provider's only task is to re-render the application if the authentication state is changed. So this on-auth state changed is exactly how it works in Firebase. So if you get logged in or logged out, this function will trigger. And if you're logged in, if you're logged in or logged out, yeah, you're gonna set a new state here and re-render the children, of course, which is auth handler. So let's look at the auth handler. The auth handler will, for every render, generate a new Apollo provider client. That's important because when you're logged out, you get connected to the GraphQL endpoint for the WebSockets without authentication. So when you're logged in, when you're logging in, you want to rebuild that connection. You want to reconnect with and like with your JWT token, which tells the backend that you're logged in, basically. So you get access to the data that you're allowed to get access to in the backend. After that, the base router, that's pretty much where we're gonna put up our routes. Like we're gonna have like slash, we're gonna have like login, we're gonna have some more routes here. For now, let's comment this out and just have like a home for the slash. We're gonna list our posts. It's gonna be this route basically. And yeah, here it is. So home here. So we're a couple of components deep already, but yeah, the home component gets rendered here, which is the important stuff. So what do we do now? It's time to do some front-end stuff, which is not my like that's not what I'm good at. But let's see how it goes. Let's see if we can close some tabs here. We're not going to use this repository anymore. This is our backend. We're going to use a lot here. So yeah, let's keep it like this. Let's do like a centered container and like a header and this very nice header menu, login, and then this page. So let's start with the centered container and header. Again, I think there's some code here that I can reuse. let's see, components, not header, dashboard maybe. Yes, there's some grid. I'm gonna do add file layout. Yeah, we're gonna do React component layout. This is gonna be a wrapper component. So let's see, this props children. I think that's fine, and it's gonna be a header. So the header is gonna be the orange header, and whatever's under the orange header, it's the children. So it's gonna be like a list of posts. It could be a single post. Yeah. So let's see here. Let's copy this code. Yeah, we can copy main container as well. So let's do that. Div class main container. So this makes it a grid with like a. Let's see if I can show this. I'm just gonna. Yeah, we can comment this out for now. And home, of course, gonna need to be wrapped here. Layout, port layout from layout. Okay, so it's centered now, somewhat. Let's see the grid. Hopefully we can see the grid here. Oop, there's some errors. Did you mean class name? Yes, I did name. Yes, yes, yes. There we go. So we want to make this middle container a little bit bigger, and let's do that. It's currently 60 rem. Let's double it. Yeah. So we've got 1,200 pixels here in the middle of our container. The Hacker News is a little bit bigger, but we're gonna go with this for now. Let's make the header. Add file header. Header. Okay, we're probably gonna need a div. We're gonna need one div to the left, one div to the right. That's good. That's good. So just class name left, and right. And in the right, it's going to be a login or a username, password, and or not password, username, or and here it's going to be the Hacker News logo, the name, and yeah, this stuff here. New past. Let's see what we're going to use here. So, well, we're gonna, I think, new, yeah, we're gonna newest, new, what, news, new, post. We're not gonna use that one. Maybe this one, and these three, maybe we can do these as well. Yeah, maybe. And then submit. Oh, okay. Yeah, submit. Okay, let's do it. So div, there's going to be this little image, copy image address. Logo. Logo image, we can call this one. So let's just do the display flex, justify content space between, I think it is. Space between, nope, space And let's just see what's going on here. Nothing. Header is not defined. Import header. Okay. So we got our two divs, one to the left, one to the right. And the whole, let's move that one there. So the whole header should be orange. Background color. What's the exact color here? How do you do this? Probably some computed. Oh, there it is. Can I copy this? Thank you. Did I just copy? Okay. Can I copy everything? Color or what? Okay. RGB 255 to okay, good. And maybe some padding. Padding, I don't know, 4 pixel, 2 pixels. Yeah. And the low, let's see here, left logo image. I think it's something like 22 pixel and border 1 pixel solid. Oh, yeah, that's good enough. Display flex, just center the image here. Justify content center, line items center. Okay. And let's go with, okay, I think that's better. And we need to center that as well. And how do you do that? I don't know. 22. Okay, center it. Good. Good. And then it's Hacker News and some logo text, font, weight, bold. Let's see. Text hacker news with a space in between, and then it's the menu. And we're gonna do threads. Ah, it's my threads. Okay. Let's do new comments, ask, show, submit for now. And hopefully that looks all right. Somewhat. We need a display flex here, I guess. With the align item center and margin right 5 pixels And logout text, also some margin right. A little bit more, 10 pixels maybe. It's not 100% the same, but it's you can see the similarities definitely. So let's go with that. Okay, so login, and we need to import link from React router DOM. So we're going to use a link component instead of like a standard I don't know what you call it, a element. And this is going to be to login. So let's see here what happens. Yep, good. We got directed to login. So let's see our base router again. Base router. So let's uncomment it. Oh. And yeah, login. Add file component login. Of course, we need to import it. Okay, let's just see here. So the start page, login, good. The login is pretty simple as well, as we saw before. It's just like two forms. So let's do it. And maybe we want to split this into two components. Elmo, hi. Login form. Let's split it into two components. Login form, sign up form. And yeah. So this is going to be our simple form here. Form on submit. This handle submit. And it's going to be, I think, they seem to be very, yeah, they're using tables all over the place. So let's do the same. Table tbody. tr td username and input type. We're going to do email here. We're going to have a value, this date, username, and on change it's going to be let's see, this state, set state, username, the target value. And of course we need to initialize our state, constructor. And password. Handle submit function, prevent default, let's just log handle submit for now. And we can also log this state. Let's do this. Const username password this state, and log username and password. Let's see. Login form needs to be why is not okay, that's better. Port login form from login form. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't much, but it looks all right. Maybe we want to do like a login, and we want to do the password, and a submit button. I think we're gonna do like this: remove input type, submit value, login. Does that work? 1, 2, login. 1 at 2.se. Okay, yeah, we just need to bind this to this handle submit equals this handle submit bind this. So we can use this in our handle submit. Okay, better. Good, login is working, not working, but working to submit. And but we're actually going to do a sign up form here as well. So we're just going to duplicate this sign up form, and let's rename a few stuff here, like the component. So it should be named sign up form, sign up, username, password. Let's create account. Yeah, okay. Create the account. Username, password. Good. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. Import auth from Nhost index. Nhost index. And Nhost register username. So register takes a few parameters. Let's see, github.com nhost. Let's look at the code here. Register email, username, password, and since email and username is the same here, we're gonna use it twice. We don't have any JSON data here to send in, but you can do that. And password, of course. So register username, password, and we're gonna do wait. We're gonna do let's see, sync. We're gonna try to register. Oh, it's not Nhost, it's auth. And if the registration doesn't work out, we're just gonna state registration failed. Alert. Otherwise, we're gonna redirect. Let's see, what do we want to do? Yeah, we can just alert sign up completed. Let's do sign up here as well. Sign up failed, sign up completed. Return. So we jump out of this function if it fails. I think that's it. That should work. That should work. Famous words. Sign up form. Port sign up form. Sign up form, sign up form. Okay, let's log in here. Or let's try to create an account. Sign up completed. Let's see what happened. So let's go to the network tab here. So you can see we sent a request, register request, and everything, yeah, went well. So we got a user now registered. So let's see, let's go back to our Hasura console, and you can see the user is created, the one I just created. You can also see that same user in the authentication tab in the Nhost console. So this is the user I just created. It's working fine. Let's create another user. Just I'm gonna add like a 2 here. Sign up completed. Yeah, there it is. So let's remove that one. And maybe we want to just this state, set state. So when the registration got completed or sign up was completed, we want to clear username, and we want to clear the password as well. Okay, good. And I think that's all for sign up form. So let's close that one, and let's start working on this login form. So, or actually, sign up form. We're gonna use. We will use a lot here. Async. I'm gonna use a try catch. It's gonna be await auth login username password. If it fails, same thing. Login failed. If it succeeds, I'm gonna do this. How do you do this? We're gonna redirect back to the home page. React redirect after form submit. I'm gonna search for my own solution here. Yeah, that's it. And that's gonna require to import with router. With the router. From React router DOM with router. This enables the so we can access the history here. Authentication we need to import as well. Are you happy now? I don't know. Let's see how this works. Bam, worked. Cool. We got logged in, and we got our JWT token. Let's just quickly see what's inside here. So I'm going to copy the token here and paste it. Paste it here. Let's copy it correctly. Preview. Yeah, let's just copy everything and remove. So as you can see, like the important thing here is the payload with the claims. So we see that this user, me logged in right now, is the user ID of this UUID. It's my default role is user, and that's going to be important when we create our permissions in Hasura. We're going to create some permission, and we're going to use a role user here. So that's important. What's more important is that the user ID is correct here, which it is. So let's just make sure it is. Yeah. So it's the correct one here. So basically we're logged in now, but I mean, it still says login here, so we need to first fix that one. Let's do it by doing the following here. It's in the header. I usually do something like this, like render login, this render login, yeah, render login, that's fine. Render login if auth is authent, let's see here, private route. If you're not authenticated, you need to import auth. So if you're not authenticated, it should return basically login. It should return link to login. Or else we are logged in, and if we're logged in, we want to show our username. And we don't have our username quite yet. The only thing we have access to is the JWT claims, and as we saw before, it's only the user ID and the role. So we can do two things here. Either we include the user ID or user display name in the JWT token, and let's see if we can do that actually. Let's see, authentication, edit. Yeah, we can include let's just see what happens here. So we're going to save this. So as you can see here, we can include different session variables to the JWT token. Let's see what happens here. Just gonna print logged in there for now. Login. Logged in, correct. Let's reload the page. I should be logged in even if I reload. Okay, let's take one thing at a time. So login, and let's see the token here. Yeah, so you see the display name is now part of the token. This is really good because this enables you to include other stuff that you might want to attach to user, like company ID, or like organization ID or something. So let's say that's an integer, and we're going to add a column here, a user, and let's say this user is part of use company ID 1337. I'm going to save it, and let's reload here. authenticate, edit. So now we can actually include this company ID in the JWT token. So we're going to save that one. We're going to log in again to see how it like make sure it's working. Let's see the response here. Let's copy everything and paste it here. So you can see, so now we have this company ID in our token as well. So now we can use this session variable in our permissions as well when we create our permissions. Anyway, that was a little bit of a sidetrack. Let's remove, let's do like this, edit. We're not going to use company ID, save, and then remove this column. Okay. Okay, so our issue now is when we reload, it says we're not logged in, even though we are. So let's see what's up with that. Probably something with a user provider. And let's see, log data, log state changed. So this says we're logged in. So let's log out. I think we can do it by just clear local storage. We're logged out. The state authentication state change doesn't update, so log in again. Again, state change at logged in, good. And now we log out, we log in again. And this function triggered, but some, I don't know why, but I think it's, so what is this actually? Const auth check is authenticated. Maybe we, let's see. The header component is not re-rendered. It's not re-rendered. User provider. Is this re-rendered then? Maybe it's not. Re-render user provider. Okay, so that one gets re-rendered. What's next in the chain here? Auth handler. Re-render auth handler. So the authentication handle is not re-rendered. Why is that? This component gets like re-rendered, yes. Did you trigger the authentication handler to be re-rendered as well? And let's see here. Why is it not re-rendered? Use. So it goes from false to true. So that's good. Create context. Maybe I need to do, yes. I need to do this. I need to do this, of course. Need to have the user context here. I'm not used to this this user context. Let's see. Turn. Maybe that solves it. Yeah, good. Okay, so we reload. Goes from you can see like it's in a split second you're logged in, but it says login, but then it's logged in. So that's good. Okay. So the consumer actually, yeah. So what happens is the user object here is changed. So we can like let's see what happens here. So auth checked is null then true, and why is it auth checked? Auth checked. That's in the header. Oh yeah, user, here it is. So this is false, and then true. So that's good. That's good. Let's remove all these console logs. The login is now working. Good. And okay, so we want to show the username here, and let's do a GraphQL query to the user table to get the user get the username, display name from the user ID, the user ID we have in our JWT tokens. So let's first do add folder. Gonna save all user GraphQL queries here, and let's just copy from here. Let's import this tag, and then we can import this. I'm not going to use fragments. So let's do user. So let's do an alias user, and then we're going to query user by pk, and I want to have autocomplete here. Let's see. GraphQL RC, and maybe you have something similar in your editor, so you can autocomplete this stuff for you. And let's see here. That's the endpoint. And the admin secret is this. Okay, it's here. It's not auto-completing. Maybe we wanna need to close everything down. And open it up again. Not working. Get user query. user. Why is not now the completion working? It's let's skip it for now then. Let's just test it here. Query user by public key use ID. Gonna do something like this. Display name. And let's see. Yeah, I think that's fine. Get user header. So we want to do Apollo query and get user with ID. Let's see, authentication, get ULT, claim, x Hasura user ID, loading, blah, 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 show data. Let's do that for now. Import get user from the GQL user file, import query from React Apollo. Query. It's not a function. Okay. Get the get claim. Okay, just get claim. And now we're logged out for some reason. All right, good. Unexpected variable ID. Unexpected. And okay. How do you? Can't remember how you did. What's going on here? Let's just go. All right, we'll do this exactly. It's required. And also, what? No such type exists in schema usually. Right. Okay. So that's not completely right because what's the issue now is this user we're logged in with doesn't have permission to read anything from the users table. So we need to fix that because we're trying to read from the users table and we're not allowed to. So let's fix that in the permissions, and every user with a role user is allowed to select in the users table. They're only allowed to select if ID equals their own user ID, and they're allowed to select, yeah, let's say display name. That's all for now. So save this permission and reload. Good. You can see we now have the display name here. So this was received from the GraphQL endpoint. So let's see here. This is the response. This is our query where we are sending, we're getting the user basically, and we're sending the ID from our JWT claim, and we get back the display name. So let's show the display name here, and let's see how they do it in Hacker News. They had some, okay, they'll have, okay, logout, okay, good. So, return and data display name, and then log out. Something like that, yeah. In a div, I don't know. Data user. Good. And we can fix the logout button too. And let's say, can we do it like this? Let's see. And click. Let's do a spell. And let's see, we want to log out basically, so auth logout. And yeah, I think that's it actually. I think that's it. Because the user provider will notice this logout and reload or re-render everything again. So let's see if that's all we need to do. We don't need to do any redirects or anything, I think. Yeah, so we got logged out. Log in back in again. Cool. Bank. How do you do it? There's like MBSP. Okay. That's good enough. That's good enough. It's time for doing some post submit. So let's go to the header and do a submit. No. Link to submit. Submit. Good. Base router to create the route. Submit. And then create the component. Submit. Let's see, yeah. Import submit from component submit. Oops, that's fine. We don't need this for now. Okay, let's see. Yeah, get submit there, and we're gonna wrap everything around the layout. I need to import layout. And now let's do the nice submit form here. So title, URL, or text. So it's a title and then URL or text. Always need a title, I guess. Leave URL blank to submit a question for discussion. If there's no URL, the text, if any, will appear at the bottom of the thread, at the top of the thread. You can also submit via bookmark. Okay. I'm guessing they're using tables here as well. Okay, let's do that. T-body, tr, td, title. input type text. Value this state title on change this set state title target value. Let's create a constructor props super props this state title, what's URL and text. That's all we need. We're also going to do a handle submit prevent default and let's bind that function handle submit log handle submit, and let's see how it looks like. Oh, it's even worse than the Hacker News design. Yeah, but that's fine. That's fine. Size 50. Do they do something else here? Margin left 10 pixels. Okay, we just need this background color layout. Do they have some padding on that? No, they don't. Well, let's have a little bit of padding here. Wait, what? Not that one. What do we call this one? Center container. And center container. Let's do that one there. Padding. Let's see. Okay, that's a little bit better. Do they have white? What's the text? One 3 0. Okay. We're gonna do a black text. URL. Let's say URL text submit. Let's go. URL. 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 Or text text area. I think do it like this in React. Text on change. Good. Row 4 calls port 9. Good enough. Good enough. I think the issue we're having is our font size is a little bit smaller, perhaps. It's 46 pixels, and here it is. They have a different font. Okay, never mind. Well, anyway, that's fine. And then it's a submit button. Let's just copy it from here. Submit. Submit. Good. 1, 2, 3. Auth check. Header. Why is this one reloaded when we change anything in the submit? I don't know. That's odd. Let's look at that later. We don't need that one. Submit. Form. Submit. This handle submit. 1, 2, 3. And submit. Cool. So it's time actually to create a posts table. We're gonna save all our posts. We're gonna do like this. ID, created that. Then we're gonna have user ID. That's the of course the user ID of the user that's posting the post. And we're gonna do title URL text, title URL, and oops, text is nullable. So URL and text are nullable, but so one of them needs to be set. We're not going to check it too much right now, I think, but that's all for now. You need a title basically. We're going to add a foreign key here for the user. So the user is this is a relationship, like so the user ID matches user's ID. And save that one and add a table. Nice. So let's do the permissions here. Because we're going to do insert. We can insert without any checks, but we're going to make sure the user ID is the user ID of the permission what do you call them? Session variable, from the session variable. So that one gets correct. Title URL text you're allowed to set. So save. Good. So now the user is only allowed to insert something because we're going to do that one first. Let's see if we can manage it. And let's see. We're going to copy some code again. Let's see. Let's open up this example repository. And to-dos, insert to-do we're going to do. And we want to create a new file here, posts. Let's see. Insert post. And that's going to be posts, insert input. insert posts, and we're going to insert a single post, return, I think, let's see what it auto completes to here if we do it the GraphQL returning. Yeah, can we do something else here? Affected rows, I think. Oops. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so that's our insert post GraphQL mutation. So let's what? So let's actually do something here, like insert something here. I'm just gonna copy the dashboard, insert exactly. Let's see with Apollo. Yeah, just gonna remind myself here. Right, toggle insert to do. Okay, so insert post variables. It's gonna be post, and in the post we have title, URL, text. So let's get those variables. Const title, URL, text from this state. Insert post, port, insert post, GraphQL posts, and we're going to import with Apollo from React Apollo, and this will enables us to use this props client to send this mutation. And let's see here. Yeah, let's see here. Ja, Helmer. Ja. Try catch. Ja. Failed. Can do an alert. Post insert failed. Okay. 1, 2, or so let's do this for now. Submit. The data got submitted, and yeah, everything went well. So let's see what happened here. And data post. Yep, there it is. Nice. You can see the user ID is correct as well. We had we made a foreign key relation here, so we're going to track that relation. So Hasura tracks it, which so if we do posts title query posts title, we're going to see our title here. We're going to do user and then display name. So now we have that connection between the post and the user. Good. It works the other way around as well. So query users ID display name. You can do posts title. So it works both ways. Oh, okay. So when we make a successful submit, maybe we want to be sent back to the, I don't know, maybe we just want to alert. There's a lot of alerts here, but alert, post, insert, okay. And also this set. And the title, URL, text. So let's clear these fields. That's fine. Okay, so we actually have a post now. So let's go. How do we go to our start? Okay, this one. Okay, let's do that. Header. Let's make that one a little bit clickly link. To bam, home. Okay, so we submitted a post. It's in the database. Now we want to show it here, of course. So let's do that. So in our home, here, and let's do it as a subscription, so it gets automatically updated as posts. We don't do any variables here, and export as get posts, subscription posts, and we want to do title. What else? We want to do title and the user display name. And let's do that for now. We want to, show when it was, like how long ago. So we're going to create that, and here's the URL. So how does it look when you do a self post? Jobs maybe. Ask. Okay, so it's just title URL. Good. Let's see here. Get import subscription from React Apollo. Import let's get posts from the file. You cannot start. Missing often. I think. Let's see here. So when we're logged out, we still want to have a role to Hasura for unauthorized, like an unauthorized role. So I'm gonna name it public. So if you want to query posts, you can do that without logging in or without any check. You can I can get ID created at, I can get everything. Also, you will be able to query users without any check, but you're only allowed to see display name. That's the first thing we need to do. Second thing is when we get when we are signed in here, we actually want to generate a new Apollo provider client with the correct credentials for the WebSockets. So re-render auth handler, and that's currently not happening. So let's see what's up here. And now it works. Well, I think it works because we added the unauthorized role, because we're allowed to see the posts now. But re-render, let's see, auth handler. Yeah. We need to do it here, because that's the thing that gets, yeah, that's better. So first we connect without any authentication, and then we connect with authentication. Without, with. And now it's complaining that we're not allowed to read. That's fine. So for users, we are allowed to select posts without any check. We're allowed to select everything, just like a public user. So reload, and yeah, there it is. Good. Let's see here now. Home and return data posts map post. I think let's return maybe just what do we want to do here? Maybe return render post, just like that. I think we can do like create a new function, render post, return post title. Okay. Home here. Okay, let's create one post here. Do they use tables here as well? Probably. Yeah. Well, why not? Why not? Let's see. I think it's TV, and that's the index. It's the index. Can I get the index here? Map getting. Can I current value index? Maybe. Start 0, so let's just do +1. And after that, there's an upvote, and then it's the title, and yeah, then it's a new tr here. That one is empty, that one is empty, and this one contains number of points. Right, number of points. Probably want to get points. Let's add the points column. Points. It's an integer. It's not nullable. Default to 0. And oh no, this one is complaining. I think this is fine. So post points. Points not found. Okay, we need to add it in the permissions. Select column points, save the user, points save. Points by, and then the username. Points by link, and to user. What do they have? They have like a user ID. Yeah, well, let's do user slash post user ID, or it's the same. Like we're gonna do. Let's do it like this. I think it looks better. User ID post user display name, and then some hour ago, this there is like a fm date live date functions. Let's see. Time ago. Date ago. Object that combines two dates to represent the time interval. About less than one. I think this one is good. You take two dates and you get like take this result and then append ago. A format isn't to now. Okay, this one is even better. Add suffix. Databless. Let's see. Should be able to do distance. See if this works. Import from post created at link dom. Okay, we're not allowed to see the user ID, but we should be able to do just that. Save. You're allowed to see. Wait. You're allowed to. You're allowed to see user ID. Yeah, save permission. That's fine. Ooh, invalid time value. Created at log post created at. Parse ISO to parse a string. Okay, parse ISO. Okay. I guess it's gonna work. Ooh, yes. And then we just do a go, save. And what else? Yeah, how many comments? Just you can do X comments for now. Okay, already it looks all right. We can submit stuff. Okay, so we probably want to do, let's see, title. This render post title. Post. I want to do a new here, render post title post. If post URL, if there is a post URL, return we can do it link. Then we do like this post URL. Get back. Post title. If it's not a URL there, we want to return the div again, link to post and maybe post ID, post title. I think that's good enough. Undefined. Okay, so bottom left you can see it's post /1, and let's see. Where because there's no URL, so let's see there is a URL. And no text. Now, yeah, you get redirected to Google. So, good. And I should be able to click here, I guess, to get to the comments, yeah. Or to get to the post, basically what's happening, yeah, item. So it's the same as this. It's a long field here, I don't know. It works. It works. Okay. Okie dokie. What? Okay, let's do that. React fragment key. Boop. Without the key, React will fire. Okay, let's do the whole. Okay, everyone is happy now. Good. Let's not console out that one. Good. And let's see. What do we want to do now? Maybe go into the post and first of all show the text. If there's a text, if there's no text, obviously we don't show it. Good, good. And then the comments. Okay. So that's the exact same as this one. So maybe we want to break this out and file. What do we call it? Post display. Post display. Post display. And I think we can do it like this. Render return post display post key post ID. Let's remove that one. Let's import post display from post display, and these two are coming over here. Oh, yeah. Maybe not. Maybe. Okay, we moved everything over here, so we can reuse it in this. Oh, not in this, but yeah, we can reuse it. Let's see if it still works. Good. And there's some errors. Let's take care of these errors before we move on. TR cannot be error, blah blah blah. TR cannot. Okay. Okay, I think we need to do this fragment stuff again. React. Oh, we just can do it like this now. Are you happy now? Yes. Good, good, good. And then we do back to our base router, and gonna create a new post. Let's see how you do this. React router DOM example. Parameter URL. I think it's ID match params ID. Okay, that's good. Post ID and post add file component post rect component post. So this is where we're gonna display the full post. Import post from post. Yes. Let's see what happens here. So this is good. And layout. Yes. So things are coming together quite nicely now, I think. Layout. I hope you are getting a feeling for how we're gonna build, or how we are building this application. And let's see now. Now we want to get a single post. Let's do a subscription as well. Export const. Let's get post. Subscription ID. I think it's integer. Post by PK primary key ID ID and what do we want there? Title. Yeah. Title. Basically, we want everything. Let's here. Plus, we're gonna add some stuff later, but let's keep it like this for now. And when this gets loaded, let's see. Follow subscription. Let's get post. Const ID equals this props params. I think that's where we're gonna get the ID from the address bar. Space there and ID of undefined. Log this props const ID equals just do this for now. And props match params. Okay, this props match params. Okay, let's do that. Okay, good. Accept the value for non-nullable variable ID. It didn't get a value here. And what? Well, maybe it's because we're sending a string there. I don't know. How do I string to int JavaScript parse it. I think that's correct. Still not happy. Variables ID. What's wrong here? What's wrong here? Pending. Undefined. Match params. Okay. What? Yeah. Okay. What? Why is it sending 1 if it's undefined? Strange. Strange. This props match params post ID. Match post ID. Let's do that. Post ID equals post ID. I still don't understand why it's sent. Variable values post. What's the issue? Posts. Is it? Expected a value for non-null variable ID of type int in variable values. Yes. I'm guessing this is not fine. It's fine. Okay. This is not. Okay. What's post ID, log post ID. What? Match params. Match params. Match params. Post ID. 1. Okay. Const post ID equals this. Now it works. So, okay. Okay. Return. First, we want to display the post display. Oh, wait. So, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Post. And data, and there is no I here, so let's see if we send in this. Maybe we can do some magic. I for 0 and then maybe we can do. Can you do this? Oh, maybe. Maybe. Nope. Okay. Just do this. Okay. TR. Oh, it's still TR. Yeah. So it's still TR. Let's just do this in a table. T body. And this should be fine. Loading post. Great. So there's the post, and now we want to do this comment box. Where are we? Yeah, comment box. Yeah. Let's just comment box. Oops. Class name. Comment form. And then underneath we'll do comments. Let's do comments. Let's just see, so we get like a structure. Comments form, comments. Good. Quick and easy. Let's do post comment. Add file post comment.js. Post comment. And we're gonna send in the comment post ID. Post. And the post ID. Yeah, post ID equals post ID. And let's import post comment form. Rename form, because post comment is probably going to be a single post comment. So let's rename it post comment form. Post comment form from post comment form. And form post comment form post comment form. Let's see, yeah, good. And let's see, form text area and submit input type submit value add comment. The rows, I don't know, 4 calls 50 on submit. This handle submit prevent default log handle submit, and constructor props props this. Comment and value this state comment on comment change comment target value. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Maybe a little bit margin left 10 pixels. Yeah. Okay. Actually, margin 10 pixels. No, 10 pixels. Okay, let's actually make the comment here. Duplicate comment, insert comment, comment, insert input, insert comment. All right, and create a table, new table, and we'll name it comments. We'll do just a quick and easy create that. We can do update that if we want to allow changes for the comments. It's not so uncommon, maybe. Next thing we want to do is like a post ID to the post and a user ID for the users making the post, and then the actual comment. So we're going to do 2 foreign keys, one for post ID and one for user ID. So let's start with the first one. Post ID equals po ID. Yeah. And if we're just going to do it like that for now. Users, user ID, ID. Save, add table. Comments, user ID, foreign key, copy. Yeah, it's a UUID here. It's better. Same again. Let's track all the relations for Hasura. Good. We now have a comments table that's connected both to the post and the users and everything. So like we had here before, we can now also like grab the comments. There's no comments here, but you know, and like who is the user who made the comment. So this is super powerful with the GraphQL. And I think that's actually, I'm gonna copy this and what did we have? We had this stuff here, right? Okay, let's wait a little bit because we want to do the permissions and stuff like that at the same time. We're just gonna make sure we can comment, like submit the comment correctly. Oh. So let's do import with Apollo from React Apollo with Apollo and comment import insert comment. And let's use a little bit of code here. Const comment equals this state. Insert comment. Sync comment. Nothing happens when we comment. Comment. Add comment. Let's see what happens here. States defined. This handle submit equals this handle submit by this. Comment insert failed. Hopefully it's because we need to add the permissions to add the comment. And the permission should only be on the user role. So insert without any checks. You're allowed to insert a comment. You're allowed to insert it with a post ID as well. And your user ID will be from the user ID session variable. Save. So we need comment, we need post ID. And that's post ID equals this. So what was it? Post, here it is. It's good. Cannot read this what params. This props. Yeah, I think I know why. Because it's not accessible there. Well, we can do like this, I think. Post equals props. Props equals this props. So we send all the props already here. This doesn't look good. Wait. React. Send props to child. I'll send. Okay, let's just do it like this. Post. There it is. Post ID. There's a post ID there. So const post ID is props. 1, 2, 3. Bam. Okay, worked. The comment was inserted. Let's see. There it is. Post ID, user ID, everything works. Good. There's one should be like a comment parent comment integer nullable, yes. So that's if you want to reply to a comment. And so when you make like the first comment, or you comment directly on the post with no replies or anything, it's going to be like a null for the parent comment. Parent comment ID, I think we should name it. That's good. Let's see, we want to be able to select stuff here as well without any checks, and I think we can select everything. That's fine, yes. Public should also check without any checks, select everything. And yeah, we will allow aggregated queries as well, same here. Aggregated queries is to like make, yeah, basically aggregated queries. So if you want to sum all the comments under one post, you could make an aggregated query, for example. I think we will do that. We will do that. So let's see now. Now when there's one comment, let's see if we can make sure that one comment gets shown here. And a little bit low on these AirPods. Let's see how long we can go for. Comments, posts, get posts. Let's see. Yeah, let's do this in the GraphQL to get some autocomplete. Query. Comments, aggregate count. There's one comment there. Good. Now we should be able to use that in post display. Let's see here. Instead of X, it should be post comment aggregate count. Let's do this as a fragment actually, because we're using it everywhere. Not everywhere, but 2 places. To do fragment post fragment on posts. Oh, this one is not correct. Should be there. Post fragment. Let's see now. How do we use it to do fragment? Post fragment. And I think we just do post fragment. All right, one comment. Cool. Let's make 2 comments. We're not displaying them, but let's add them. Insert OK. And as you can see, it's since it's subscriptions and everything, it gets updated right away. And if we even remove that alert, you can see it's 3 comments now under this post. And if we go here, it's 3 comments. And we're gonna do ID comment, user ID display name. Good. And maybe we will skip the parent comment for now. We'll see. Actually, because in order for that to work, we need to add a new foreign key to comment to itself. So the parent comment ID is the same as ID here. Oh. Let's play around with that later. Let's see if it works. Let's just get this all the comments showed here. So post, we're gonna do let's get post. I mean, we can grab all the comments. ID comment and place everything inside here. Yep. So let's do data post comments map comment return comment. Yeah, there's the comments we're doing, and we also want to do like order. This is hard to do here. Let's do comments order by create that desk. So we have the newest comments in the top. Create that. Not such argument to create that. Okay, good. And it's working across browsers. So 3, hello. The comments get shown, and like from 6 to 7 when we update, like add a new comment here. So it looks pretty good. And let's go back to, and even if we just look at this page here and I add a comment, so 7 should now be 8. Yeah, works really well. Good. And let's keep the errors away. Comment ID. Good. submit posts, get posts. We can do order by created at desk descending. Okay, it would be nice to have some sort of algorithm to, like, sorting algorithm to take into account the points of the post and the time when the post was created to make the sorting. Maybe that's for another video. The last thing we're gonna do here, we're gonna look at what we have. So yeah, this video is getting quite long and I'm getting a bit tired, but we did most of this. We had add comments, parents, child comments. We're gonna make the comments a little bit prettier before we close this video session. And also I want to make sure that we can upvote a post as well. Favorite posts, we're gonna skip for now. Maybe we'll come back and improve this version of Hacker News. I think we're gonna do that. But for this session, we're gonna style the comments so they look better. Gonna look something like this. It's not gonna be nested for now, but we will have the username and created at and the comment. And then we want to be able to upvote as well. So that's going to be interesting because upvote will, I mean, you don't want to be able to upvote multiple times, only once per post. So, but I think yeah, I think I have a solution for it. So let's start with the comments. Post comments. Let's see. Yeah, I'm getting tired. You should be there. You should not be there. Okay. Comment. Add file. Starting to like tables again. Amazing. Let's see. They have they do, maybe they just do like this. And then I think they do link comment user. User display name to user comment user ID, and we want to make sure we get that data as well. So ID display name. Import link from route DOM. And then it's like this time ago again here, right? Yeah. So let's just use from post. post display. Was it post display? Yeah, there was. Format distance from now, parse ISO, comment created at go. Need to create that. Go. Import post comment from post comment. Post ID not defined. Oh, okay. Already looks all right. Ooh, you can hide these as well. Oh, they have like how many posts there are. For now, I'm gonna keep it simple. So I'm gonna do post comment and gonna do like margin margin 5 pixels. Let's just do 10 pixels. Font size maybe. 12 pixels. It's small, but let's actually see if we can get there it is. Oh. Okay. I still got it. Still got some CSS skills. Okay. This looks okay. Why do I? All right. Okay, so we have the comments somewhat, or we're probably missing a lot here. Like we're in a post. Where's the text? What are we reading even? Let's update this post. It's okay. It's a link. Yeah, so my bio. I was born to run. And let's do this. Right, post display. Yes. Then it's gonna be like this: render post, render post text, post, render post text, post. If no post, return post. With Text. I'm gonna post text. I think that's could work maybe. Nope. Are we up? Yeah. Okay. Now we are dead maybe. Okay, we're back. New headphones, fully charged. Where were we? Render post text. What were we? What? Yeah. Post text. Right. Post text. We're not even grabbing post text. URL text. Yeah, there's our post. Post text. Good enough. So that's, let's see now, we have my bio and we have, okay, good search engine URL. Submit. Failed. Malform authorization header. Is that so? We're not logged in. That's why. Google Postgres. Okay, inserted. Okay, we got 2 posts now. Let's see, if we click here, we went to Google, yeah. If we click the other one, clickety, we get to the bio. Good. Oh, let's do that. So, what's next? Upvotes. So we're not gonna have points here, I think. We're gonna have points there, but we're not gonna have like points in the user table. We're gonna aggregate this one instead. Points. Probably gonna fail. It should show like an error here because I think we're trying to select it and we're not. Need to remove this. Points. Before we can remove the points column. Points. What's going on here? Points. Okay, good. I was spelling it wrongly before, probably. Now it complains. There's points. Points. Now you should be happy again. Right, so let's click on this upvote link. Maybe, is it a small little error? Oh, it's like a CSS error. No, gray error. Let's do that one. Post display and image source upvote. Looks super good. It's so small. Oh, we're not gonna do, yeah. Let's do this on click. Log upvote click, and also class name upvote td, upvote td, cursor hover. Nope. Upvote td. Cursor hover, cursor pointer. What? This says cursor pointer on hovering. Cursor pointer. Probably something like, I don't know, display block. I'm not good at this, sorry guys. Let's skip it all together. And see if we can make the click event happening. Yeah. So that's good. So let's do upvote. And we're going to do like a table for that. Post table. Post upvotes. We can just have like a UUID when it was created, which post, what user, and maybe we can do I'm thinking like when you do upvote, you populate this table, but when you click on it again, you don't obviously want to like we're gonna have a constraint. There's only allowed to be one combination of post ID and user ID. So if that so if we do an upsert and we try to insert and it fails, we should be able to delete it, or maybe like switch a flag, like if it's between true and false, if this upvote is sort of active or not. Let's see, Hasura upsert. Let's see what we can do here. On conflict update column. So okay, so on conflict you update the columns anyway. You cannot do like. Okay. Okay, we'll skip that. Then let's just do this, and instead we're gonna maybe if the upvote fails, we'll try to delete it instead. So let's do post ID, and users user ID, and also we can cascade this. So if we delete the UL, maybe not set the default. Oh, we're gonna do this, just this. So, but if the post gets deleted, we can cascade. Can remove all the upvotes. Or let's restrict everything. We don't want anything to be deleted. And this is so we're gonna do like a unique key between post ID and user ID. This will make sure that no user can upvote any post more than once. So that's gonna be unique at table. Let's track everything here. And let's see now. Post upvotes. Let's fix the permissions here. First, insert without any check. We're allowed to insert post ID. User ID is fixed. Select without any checks, and you're allowed to select. Maybe nothing, but allow aggregate queries. Let's see if that works. And also, if you're a user, allowed to delete your own upvotes. All right, let's see. That should work. Let's start with creating just one upvote. So let's create the mutation here. With export const insert upvote. Let's do it in another file. Duplicate this. Upvotes. Rename. Post up. Well, post upvotes. What do we name the table? Post upvotes. So. Let's see. Get. We're not going to get anything here. So we can delete this. Insert post upvote. Post ID. Is there everything we need actually? Integer. I think this is enough. Let's see. Can use this code as well. Where are we? Post display. Maybe handle up. Vote click. Upvote clicked. Sync constructor. Import, insert, post upvote. Post ID. The post ID, post ID, post ID. Let's do. Okay, up, post up, both failed, or else post up, both. Okay, let's just see what happens here. Let's try to predict what's gonna happen here. We're gonna click this. And handle upvote, click, handle upvote, click. I'm gonna grab the post ID, insert post. That's it. Failed. Post ID not found in field. Post ID not found in posts. No, I'm not gonna insert post upvotes. 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 Okay. Post upvote. Okay. Okay, it got inserted. Let's see if we try to upload this again. It has failed. That's because the constraint is triggered. Problem is something about violate duplicate key. Yeah, unique constraint. What we want to do there is actually remove that. Let's see. Export const delete post upvote mutation. It's gonna be the same. Delete post. I think it's gonna be like something like where ID equals post ID. Let's try that one. So if we fail, we will do post options delete. 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 We want to try catch here. Well, we can try catch. Failed to delete to try. So we can just say like log failed to upvote. Maybe we should check if it's like a constraint problem here. Let's see. Log E. Can I do? I want to get this data. Undefined. Let's just assume it's a constraint violation here, unique constraint violation, and let's see if it's still there. Yeah, what's going on here? So let's see. Post failed to delete. Wait, what? Return. Right. Failed to delete too. Let's see now. That's useful. That's the first. We're trying to upvote. We get an error back, and we try to delete it. We get another error back. ID not found in type. ID. Yeah. Okay. Wait. What are we gonna do here? That's post ID. It's gonna be a little bit more complex. Where, let's see, and post ID user ID. Better. Let's see. Can you do something with permissions here? On the delete? Oh. Maybe like it should be fine anyway. Because you're deleting everything post ID, but you shouldn't need this. We should not need this. There we go with that. This should be fine, to be honest. Delete post upvotes. Delete post upvote. Let's see what error we get back here. Field post ID not found in type. Post update. We're not doing an up. What post upvote? What's going on here? We're post. Okay. Equals. I'm not the first guy who doesn't remember this. Okay, that's better. Post ID. Failed to delete. Ooh. It's fine. Post ID 2. Delete. Let's see. Okay, so that's 2. I delete it. So now I successfully upvoted it, and I wanna like not upvote it, so I get back a violation constraint. I'm trying to delete it. Field post ID not found in post upvote Boolean expression. User delete post ID. It's something wrong here. Something wrong here. What's the query exactly? Post ID, where post ID equal post ID. Post ID is 2. Some small mistake I'm doing. Sure. Okay, that works. Delete post upvotes. Post upvotes. Delete post upvotes. Delete post upvotes. Delete post upvotes. Variable post ID, post ID. I can't see there. Maybe it's super obvious. I can't see it. Let's do, okay, let's break with a little bit of points here. Up, post. Why do I not get autocomplete? See. So again, we're aggregating the post upvotes to count them. So we can display it somewhere here. Points. Yeah, anymore it's post upvote aggregate count. So upvoting it, trying to downvote it. It's not working. It's not working. Delete post args where validation failed. Post ID not found in. Maybe maybe it needs to be unique. Like maybe Hasura is only sort of allowed to remove only unique? Shouldn't be, no. I don't know, man. We're gonna leave it like this. You can upvote and you cannot downvote. That's fine. You can go into a post, you can make a comment. Nice site. And you get some basic functionality here. And we're gonna leave it to that. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope this was of some value for you. And just leave comments if you have any questions. State the timestamp in the comments and to bring some context in it, and I will try to explain most of or like everything. And yeah, thank you. Bye bye.